You want to know how I made this edit? Today I'm going to be breaking down the entire timeline, every effect, every keyframe, every transition. 15 minutes starts now. I don't like wasting time. Alright, first you want to establish the audio. The track you choose is 50% of the edit's impact. If you get this wrong, the rest of the 15 minutes doesn't matter. Find a beat with a clean, heavy drops like the one I chose here. This edit, I'm doing a Terminator edit. You can do whatever one you want. Once you have your audio, tap on the audio, click beats, and make sure you auto-generate the beats. That's what those yellow dots are. It should be free. It just makes everything easier to make sure like all the beats and rhythm is on beat. So for your videos and clips, I don't know if it's pro, but I have pro, so I wouldn't know. But first, next thing I do is I make sure the volume's at low so you can actually hear the video itself. This is really sped up because I can't make this an hour long. So right now I'm zooming in, looking at the beats. I'm splitting it because I want to know, like, I need it to be a certain length, so I'm splitting it at a way I want. So it's like exactly the length so it matches like on beat. Because if the song's too short, what I need to do is make it longer, so I'll trick it by like making it the volume low and like looping the sound a little bit until the beat drop, until it's like what I want. Now for copyright issues, you need to change it up a little bit. So what I did was speed it up by 1.1 speed, so it won't flag the ad, won't flag it as copyright. Like just minor changes like that'll make it not copyright. Next thing I do is I delete any other video clips that I don't need. So that extra stuff, I deleted it. Making sure it's the exact length I want. Just making sure that it ends like exactly where I want it to. Still making sure it's the exact length I want. It needs to, I'm making sure it lands on that yellow beat. So it'll snap in if you have those yellow beats. If you don't have it, if it's on a pro thing and you don't have them, you're gonna have to manually do it, like make sure it's on the beat. So that's what I do. Right now what I'm doing is I'm scaling it onto TikTok, which is the 9:16 one. I'm making sure it's like on frame, so it's like it fits the actual TikTok video and it won't like show black screens, like it actually shows the whole screen on photo. So I'm playing it back, making sure it sounds good, making sure it's on beat. You can use any picture for this, any video, it doesn't matter. I used my like logo that I got. It was like a mini logo that I put, and it's like any photo, just to mark where your clips are going to be. Right now I'm splitting them up, again deleting what I don't need. Making sure it's just long enough to what I want it to be. Yep, so I'm deleting it because it's too longer than I want, so I just deleted that part. Making sure it's the exact length I want. I don't want it to be too long, I don't want it to be too short. So around like 14 seconds is I believe where I kept it. So right now I extracted the audio so I could change it up and make sure like I need it like to last after the beat hits, so I extract it to make it so he still talks like when I'm in the edit. So you always want to extract it. Right now I'm clipping it. Yep, I cut it, like I split it, and I make it so it's on that yellow beat portion. So I split all of them, making sure they're all on the beats. So you just want to go to each beat until like however long you want. Yeah, just keep splitting it like that and making sure it's on every beat that you want for however long. And making sure like they're on the yellow beats. They should snap in place. You can't duplicate it because it will be off a little bit. I tried it, it doesn't work. So you have to manually go to each one, and like what I'm doing here, just making them on beat. Once you do that, you're going to want to start adding your clips in. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting it onto like each like where he's not saying words. So I'm going to add, I believe I split it into 3 or 4 sections, and I like added my own clips, any clips that you guys want. And I make it my TikTok like font style, like 9:16. This is in between him talking. So like he says something, he pauses, and then it transitions to another clip. And I'm just making sure that the talking is louder than the actual audio before the beat happens. So you make sure you want to put the audio up. So I'm splitting it again to where they talk in between. I'm adding in my own clips again. So I believe I split it 4 times. So I'm going to cut to where I have all my clips in. Yeah, so I did it 4 times of where like he's talking and just pausing in between, however I want my clips to be. Right now I'm just keyframing it. So now at the end I'm keyframing it. Like that's when the major beat happens, and I'm keyframing it so it actually like the volume goes right up to 100, right when like I want the beat drop to happen, where the actual clip spawn. That's how they make that. Like they fit it out into 100 speed. Now what I'm doing, you need CapCut Pro or Standard for this. I'm generating auto captions, so right when he talks, it also talks. So he's talking, right when those captions pop up, he's talking exactly right when they pop up. So you're going to have to do it manually if you don't have Standard. I just use auto captions because they're easy. Choose your style or font and place it wherever you want. I place it on the top, and I usually go with Anton. That's a good one. And right now I'm just highlighting the major words they sang, like remorse, fear, pity, dead. And I'm going to go to the effects tool, I believe. Yep. And choose whatever effect I want. So I believe I go with a red, yeah, some red that actually like makes it like dangerous. And now I need to go to animations. I need to make it like fade in, or like make it so it actually talks on beat. So see, every time it pops up, that's when he's talking. So it's a pretty cool thing. You're gonna have to do it manually if it doesn't, if you don't have like the standard for it. So remorse or fear. And now what I'm doing is I'm like it's too long, so I'm just hitting enter and like making it so it like bunches together. So like I'm making it go into a separate line to make it fit. And I'm doing that to each clip. And this one, I believe I'm rewriting it because on one of them I know like it didn't work. Yeah, so I'm making it so it like fits in. Playing it back, making sure it all works, fits good. I'm doing the same animation for this one. Now here, I ran into a problem somewhere. I believe it was here, or dead. It was like when he said it, something. Pity. Yeah, or fear. So I had to actually extend it. So I was troubleshooting this one. I actually had to delete it and make my own text fear because it wouldn't pop up in time by the time he said it because like it split into another clip. So what I did was I deleted that part, took out the fear part, and made my own separate text. And I slid it right inside it, so it just popped up. It looks a little different, but it like pops up, it fits. So here, yep, I move it like to the left a little bit, and then I move the real text right up, and I like scale it up so it matches perfectly. Making it will feel a little funny, and it won't like animate right, but it's good enough. Nobody will notice it. A human eye won't notice it. They won't care. So now I actually have to do the same thing here because I don't think it fits as well. Like I don't have enough it doesn't have enough like playtime for it to actually animate it in. So yeah. So I always use captions like capitals when I'm typing it. Anton style, choose whatever style you want. And then I'm probably going to highlight it. Actually no, I can't because this is like a text I did. I don't think you can highlight like special words when like you're in one text. So I'm animating it, my own animation, making it the exact length I want. So when you don't have the auto captions, which you're going to want to do, like you're going to have to like manually like test when he's speaking and making sure it lands right on that time. So I'm doing is it didn't say it, like the dead part, so I also have to like I have to delete it until you are dead. I have to animate it and make sure it actually plays like right. So I didn't use the fade in one because again, it wouldn't like have enough time. So I used pop up, I believe. Pop up or bouncing, I believe it's pop up. So making sure it like right, I'm aligning it to exactly when he says it. So until you are dead, exactly when he says it. Making it, scaling it like where I want it to be. I do it in like the top part of the center. So wave drop, yep, wave drop, that's the one I use. So it lands perfectly, so right when the dead part happens, that's when it transitions to another clip. So now I'm doing a transition, I believe. Pull down, am I doing yes, I clicked that white little box and I did a pull down transition, so it looks good. Unless I did a pull out. Whatever transition I put, and then however long I want it to be. So now I'm going to each box and I'm just doing transitions for them for the intro. So I did a horizontal blur, that one. And then transitions, you can just tap the white box. You can do whatever transition you want. I just like these ones for my specific edit. It needs to match your edit, like the rhythm of it. Now I'm doing the adjustments, so go to the adjust tool. So here I'm messing with like my brilliance, my sharpen, make things sharper. You can do any customizations you want, but I'm doing these ones for my specific edit. So I'm adjusting my saturation, my lightness for the blue because it's like a blue little texture right there. And then the orange. And then I give it a little vigilante. Zoom in on like the skull right there. And now I'm about to cut into another clip. You just want this one. I don't think I made this one like the whole clip just for this clip right here. Now what I'm doing is he stomps on the skull and I want to make it like a little pop on it. Like see what I'm replaying it does a little pop on it. So what I did was I keyframed it like a frame before he stomped on it. I placed a keyframe, a couple like right on the stomp, and I did a little zoom in, a little frame after he stopped, like after the stomp, and I keyframed it back to normal. So he did like a little, like a zoom in, zoom out, like right when he stomps. So now I'm going into another clip, And I'm just doing the same adjustments, same vigilantes, just making sure everything's the way I want it to. And again, I'm going to scale it to, yep, just that clip, and then I'm going to do the same for the others. So now I did that for that one. Now I'm just making sure my animations are good. And I also put in all my other clips. Again, I had to make this really fast, but just put in all your other clips when you have, like, once the beat drops and everything. So now I'm doing the adjustments for each of those, like, 0.6 clips, I believe, 0.6 seconds of those clips, but just add in any other clips you want that are on those beats that I told you about. And now just, again, mess with the adjustments of it, make sure it looks good, make sure it looks crisp. Mess with the vigilante, again, that's just for that clip. Now you're going to want to go into the next. And make sure it doesn't, like, so you don't, like, interfere with keyframes in case I did any. Make sure you just hit the adjust, like, you don't tap on the video, just go to adjustment so it makes, like, that separate bar from the video so you can scale it however long you want it to be, like I did. Just makes things easier. So again, I'm just going to each clip, making sure they're all the way I want them to, adjustments. So here I'm going, it's orange and fire, so I believe I go into the HSL orange. I didn't scale this one, so yeah, make sure when you place all your clips, make sure they're 9:16 for TikTok, so they're big enough. Or YouTube, whatever, like you're trying to post it on. Making sure saturation, making sure the fire really pops out. I'm going to red, I believe I go to the orange, because that's fire, yep. Just the saturation, the lighting. And there you go, now I have all my adjustments that I want. Now it looks crisp, and now it looks lights popping, everything's good. Now I'm going to trim the volume that I don't need, like all the extra audio out, making sure it fits on. So right there, I'm going to like make it like a little, like a tad out, and now I'm going to fade it, do a little fade out. Just enough so like it touches that last clip. Like you don't want a big fade out, just a little bit. And I'm also going to animate this speed. You also have to do the same thing for your speeds, and make sure you mute like the entire clip, but make sure you do a fade out on that last clip. And you also have to like make sure all those clips are like 0.9 speed or 0.1 or like 1.1, so like it doesn't copyright it. Like I said in the beginning, they won't, like human eye won't like see through it. But now once you do that, again, I'm just tapping those white boxes, making the transitions I want at the same time. So for this one, I'm doing like pull outs or pull ins for each one, making sure they're all nice. I'm doing a zoom in for this one, so it zooms in. I'm putting it to 0.3, making sure I'm doing it each one. And again, make sure the speed of them is like 0.1 or like 0.1 or higher, or 0.1 lower, just so it doesn't pass the copyright. So that's what I did there. So you don't have to do it if it's not copyright, but if it is like a copyright like this edit, it won't post as a template. I mean, if you're doing an edit, it will, but this is a template on CapCut that I'm posting, so it's not gonna work unless like I do that. Now I'm going to a vertical shake, doing a vertical shake for that one. Now I'm just replaying it, making sure it's all good, making sure that it's how I like it. All the transitions are what I want. Going to fonts. Now at the end, I'm adding like my little brand name, Stone Briggs, like my at. And I'm just gonna make it to I do captions. I go to fonts, Anton, and I make it like capitals, and I make it the effect of like the red to match like the fire. So I match that, split it to make it fit the clip, and then I animate it. I believe I do a pop-up and then a fade out. Same fade out as the video, so it fades out the same time. Pop-up, right? Yep. And then I do however I want, like 0.2 or 0.3, and then I do a fade out. So like you can see like it looks good when it pops up. Now I'm just playing it over, making sure I like how it looks, making sure it looks good, and it looks good. Now I have to mirror them. So also to bypass another copyright issue, for extra precautions, you just want to go to click on each clip and click transform and then click mirror. So it like bypasses the rhythm. Just like extra precautions, only for like copyright stuff. If it's not copyright, you don't have to do this. But now that I did that, I have to move like the Stone Briggs like logo I did to the right side to make sure it's like fits like where I want it because I mirrored it. Now I'm just playing it, making sure it's good, and now I'm exporting it. So now I'm putting everything high because I want this to be a pro template, high resolution. I'm making my title, making your bio, and go to advanced and click the autofill, turn that off. Now I'm doing my cover photo because like if you turn autofill on, it'll mess everything up. And yeah, click that, and then do whatever creation task you want, and then go to clips, go to advanced, making sure, yeah, select what you want to be edited and what not to be replaceable. And when you're done that, you can post it. Should be good. Just make sure, like, yeah, you make sure, like, you click the clips area, click what you don't want to be replaced, click the text that you want to be replaced. But once you do that, you're ready to export. That's all there is to it. I'm not wasting any more of your time. Like and subscribe. See ya.